Hey everyone, ever look at a stunning piece of Burmese jade and just wonder, what is it that gives it that incredible value, that deep allure? Well, today we're diving into the essential buyer's guide. We're going to separate fact from fiction and help you understand what really matters. So, let's just get this out of the way first. Is all jade the same? I mean, you see a beautiful green stone, you think jade, and that's pretty much it, right? Well, actually, the reality is way more interesting, and if you're a smart buyer, it's so much more important. You see, the first crucial thing to know is that science actually divides what we all call jade into two completely separate minerals. And this isn't just some tiny detail, it's the fundamental truth behind the stone you love. So, yeah, the word jade itself is really more of a cultural catch-all term. It's an umbrella that covers two minerals that are, chemically speaking, worlds apart. One is jadeite, which is the true Burmese jade, and the other is nephrite, which you might hear called China jade. Okay, so how do we tell them apart? Let's get into the science just a little bit because the data itself shows exactly why jadeite is so much rarer, more durable, and, in the end, way more valuable. Now, don't let the formulas scare you. You don't have to be a chemist to just look at these and see they are completely different. Jadeite is a sodium aluminum silicate. Nephrite is a magnesium calcium silicate. They are just not the same thing at all. And that chemical difference, it leads to some big physical differences. So, on the Mohs scale of hardness, jadeite scores up to a 7. That's noticeably harder than nephrite. What does that mean for you? It means it's tougher, more resistant to scratches, and it can be polished to a much brighter, more brilliant shine. That extra hardness is just part of the story, though. Let's talk about density. Jadeite has a specific gravity around 3.33, making it way denser. You know, if you held a piece of each in your hands, the jadeite would feel distinctly heavier, more substantial. It's a key difference you can actually feel. And that dense, compact structure, it plays a huge role in how it looks. This next number, 1.66, is the refractive index, and it is all about the sparkle. Jadeite's higher index means it bends light more effectively, and that's what creates that stunning, glass-like, or vitreous, luster that collectors go crazy for. So let's just sum it all up. Compared to nephrite, jadeite is harder, it has that beautiful glassy shine, it feels heavier, and it is incredibly rare. Nephrite, on the other hand, while still a lovely stone, is softer, has more of an oily or waxy look, and it's much more common. The science really makes it crystal clear. Okay, so you're thinking, great, I know to look for jadeite, but wait, the story doesn't end there. Because even within the jadeite family itself, there is a critical difference you absolutely have to know about, the difference between jadeite from Burma and jadeite from Guatemala. Now, while they're both technically jadeite, they have very distinct properties. Burmese jadeite has that perfect density of 3.33 and a super compact fine-grained texture that actually feels cool when you touch it. And its incredible vibrant green, that comes from chromium. Guatemalan jade, though, is a bit less dense, can feel more grainy, and gets its duller, often bluish-green color from iron. And knowing this is so important because these subtle differences are used all the time in the market to mislead buyers. So let's talk about the common tricks some sellers use to pass off less valuable jade for a premium price. Okay, be on the lookout for these three things. First, sellers might call a bluish Guatemalan jade blue water, trying to make it sound like a super rare and valuable Burmese type. Second, they might try to substitute Guatemalan black jade for the much pricier Burmese black jade. And the big one, they'll use lab reports that are technically correct, but are missing key information. For black jade, there's a really simple test you can do. When you shine a strong light through a piece of real Burmese black jade, it reveals this brilliant, vibrant green glow from within. The Guatemalan kind will also glow green, but the color is just dull, it's murky, and it's kind of lifeless in comparison. The difference is like night and day. And here's that lab certificate trick I was talking about. This report correctly says the stone is jadeite, but look closely. Do you see what's missing? It doesn't list the origin. By leaving out the country, a seller can imply it's from Burma and charge you that Burmese price for a Guatemalan stone. You have to always check for the origin. So, with all this stuff to watch out for, how can you protect yourself and choose your jade like an expert? Let's pull everything together into a final checklist so you can buy with confidence. So why does this one little detail, Burmese versus Guatemalan, matter so much? Well, the answer is all about value. A genuine piece of Burmese jadeite can be worth 5 to 10 times more than a similar looking piece from Guatemala. Knowing the difference has a huge financial impact. So, here are your key warning signs, the things to look out for. First, if a price seems way too good to be true for what they're claiming it probably is. Second, you have to know that the iron in some Guatemalan jade can actually cause the color to fade or turn brownish over time. It's called weathering. And finally, trust your senses. If it doesn't have that dense, cool, substantial feel, you should be skeptical. And for anyone who wants to be absolutely sure, here is the expert's 3-step check. 1. Verify the density. Ask for a specific gravity test, and you're looking for that 3.33 number. 2. Use a 10x jeweler's loupe to look at the texture. You want to see a fine, compact structure. And 3. Always test the color under a strong light to see its true, vibrant quality. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you're armed with all this knowledge, I want you to take another look at the jade you might own or the pieces you're thinking about buying. Do you really know the true value of your jade?